Hi, this is Dr. Spence Jahner from Care Chiropractic. One of the common questions I get asked when I put up people's x-rays and test results and their nerve scans is, why does my spine look so terrible? And when I ask most people, well, let me ask you, why do you think your spine looks so terrible? The most common answer I get is my age, I'm getting old, or my genetics. Well, the thing that I find so interesting about those two answers is how convenient they are, because if our spine's health was primarily dictated by age and genetics, those are two things that we have no control over. You can't control your age and you can't control your genetics. So how convenient that we can blame something that's not under our control. So again, we want to talk about, when should you start getting your spine checked? Well, when should you start brushing your teeth? Well, I hope the answer is as soon as you get teeth. When should you start exercising your muscles? I would hope as soon as you're born you start exercising your muscles. When should you start eating good? Well, as soon as you're born. And when should you start taking care of your spine? As soon as you're born as well. One of the reasons that I know kids need to be checked is, first of all, the birth process itself. But another huge one is, those of you that are parents, what does it look like when the kids sleep in the car seat, right? Their heads are down and it's cranking on their spines. So just sleeping in car seats is hard on the spine. Learning how to walk. Kids fall on their tailbones thousands of times. These are just some of the reasons why we need to check kids. And so it's very important that we check kids. It doesn't mean kids need to be adjusted. So something we do here at Care Chiropractic is we do nerve scans on our patients every visit. And very often kids' nerve scans look great and they don't need an adjustment. So it's not so important that you get your kids adjusted regularly, it's that you get your kids checked regularly, because if they have subluxations, if their nerves aren't working good, their bodies can't develop healthy, they can't have optimal function. And so we check kids all the time by doing the nerve scans, and we make sure we get those kids adjusted so they can develop healthy bodies. There are 4 essential things that your bodies need to function properly. And when we ask people this question, we usually get 3 out of 4 right away. So what are one of the 4 things people get right? Food. Our bodies need nutrition. Number 2, water. Our bodies need water. Number 3, air. Our bodies need oxygen. So food, air, and water are 3 of the 4 essential things that our bodies need to function. You may now realize why the heart is so important, because guess what delivers food, air, and water to all your body parts? It's the blood system. So having a healthy heart and healthy blood flow is critical. But to help you understand the 4th essential, I want to share a true story about a really good friend of mine named Sean. And let's just say Sean was sitting here on one side and you were sitting on the other. And let's say Sean eats great food, he drinks lots of water, and he exercises and he gets oxygen to all of his tissues. So he's doing really good at the 3 essentials that we just talked about. And you, on the other hand, you don't have time for exercise or working out. You like your Diet Coke and your coffee, and you like your McDonald's, and you like your fruit snacks. So if you could be either you or Sean, who would you rather be from a health perspective in this example? And I would hope most of you are saying, I'd rather be Sean. But let me tell you, like Paul Harvey would say, the rest of the story about Sean. Sean isn't an imaginary friend, he's a true friend of mine that was in Dickinson, North Dakota, and he dove off of a lake into the water, and when he hit the water, he went down and he hit the bottom and he broke his neck. So Sean is paralyzed from the neck down. So now I want you to rethink. So Sean eats good in his wheelchair. He exercises good in his wheelchair, plays exercise basketball every day, and he drinks lots of water. Be honest, would you rather be Sean doing those 3 essentials great, or would you rather be you not doing so great on the 3 essentials? And I've never had anybody say they'd rather be Sean. So what do you have that Sean doesn't have that makes you give up the other 3 essentials? And that's the 4th essential, is nerve energy. So your nervous system has life energy flowing through the nerves. Sean's no longer does because of the damage to his spinal cord. So the 4th essential thing we need for our bodies to function is food, air, water, and nerve supply. In fact, to help you understand which one is the most important, let's revisit those 4 essentials. Which one can you live the longest without? Well, if you said food, you're right. I don't know the exact number of days, but some people, I think, even do a 40-day fast. But you can live without food for days, we'll say. How long can you live without water? Well, it's a lot less time than food. How long can you live without air or oxygen? Well, maybe a few minutes. I think the Navy SEALs can hold their breath a long time. But how long can you live without nerve energy? That long. If we cut a nerve to any body part, that body part is immediately dead. So the nervous system is so critical, and most people are taking their health of their heart very serious, and that delivers the 3. But most people don't have a clue how important it is to take care of your spine and your nerves. So that's why we at Care Chiropractic take the time to analyze people's spines, to measure their nerves. We have 2 valuable pieces of equipment that measure nerve function, EMG and thermography. And we'd like to do that for you so you can see where you're at, because if we can get life returning to all your organs and muscles and body parts sooner than later, you get to start enjoying life sooner than later. And I want to talk about an interesting benefit of being healthy. One of the greatest benefits of being healthy is hopefully you can live life better. But I believe another benefit of being healthy is so you can die better. My wish for every patient is that they live like a candle, burning brightly, and then one day just flicker out and die. I believe that a healthy body can just function and one day leave, versus my experience of watching people whose bodies are very sick and diseased. Very often death isn't an event, it's a process that happens over years' time. And I believe a healthy body has the potential to die healthy as well. But when you neglect your health, when you don't take care of your body, and your body's full of disease and it's malfunctioning, not only do you miss out on life, living life properly, I believe it can cause death to be a much more miserable experience. So one of the advantages of being healthy is that hopefully death is a more of an event versus a process. And I would love that for everybody. The good news is it isn't your age and genetics that primarily is the reason why your test results look the way it is. The number one reason why your spine and nerves look the way they do is because of your lifestyle choices. And the good news is if you change your lifestyle, you can change your spine, you can change your health, and we're here to coach you through that. The first thing is to get an evaluation to find out where you're at, and then let us coach you through on how to get that improved. Our number is 586-3544. Just give us a call here at We Care Chiropractic so we can help you.